And a very warm welcome back to part two of Saturday Night Live with DJ Amos. Great to have you here with us. And we got booted off. It's the first time this has happened in a long time. So while I'm waiting for everybody to join in, I'm going to play another track from the album Transition. This is Volvere featuring Gilberto Santana Rosa. Enjoy.
Nuevamente ante toda mi gente.
Brother, you start up with this song.
Es un sueño.
Just waiting for everybody to arrive. Just waiting for everybody to arrive and then keep the music rolling out.
My dear Nisha, India's finest in the house up in here, baby.
Lo que yo siento por dentro es como si el corazón se me llenara de amor. Hoy que entre ustedes me encuentro. Viví una vida tranquila, alegre y no afligida. Entre todos ustedes, brindarles mi música exclusiva, como usted me la pida, como usted la prefiere, y ponerle más sabor con el ritmo y el control que lo interpreta mi orquesta. Es para ti, bailador, recíbelo con amor y que comience la fiesta. Mira, Tito Junior. Volver a estar entre mi gente, poder tocar, qué bien se siente. La música me da vida y me da felicidad, y compartirla con mi familia, con mis amigos. Tito me hace disfrutarla más. Volver a estar entre mi gente, poder tocar, qué bien se siente. Yo la toco de corazón, pero siempre con la intención de que el público la baile y la vacile. Y mientras haya bailadores, aquí está Tito Rodríguez. Camínalo. Tito Rodriguez Jr. Salseros salen a bailar, porque hacer música sabrosa es tradición familiar. Volver a estar entre mi gente, qué rico se siente. Tocar, qué bien se siente. Poder darle a los fanáticos con el sabor de mi música una oportunidad única de bailar mi ritmo fantástico para gozar. Camínalo otra vez. gustas, ese que tú esperas, el sabor que quieres. Verás que América entera se mueve cuando la banda lo suene, hecho para bailar.
Wow. How's that for a tune? Wow, wow, wow. Amazing. Corin Paul Jackson is in the house. Welcome,
My brother,
bro.
appreciate you, Amos man.
What's happening?
Amos man. What's good with you, Tito baby? Nisha darling, how everybody doing out there in the world?
What's going on?
Oh man, shoot, just taking care of family, working, keeping this music alive, and because we're back to gigging live here in the state of Utah and whatnot, what have you. We are being safe, even though the numbers are starting to rise and whatnot, what have you. But we are being safe. We're being sound,
Good.
and we just keeping on, man. Just pumping up this music, and we played. Matter of fact, last night, Tito, I played at a gig last night, and I played Mujer Erotica, and all the women just went crazy, man.
Oh yeah, they were digging it.
Oh, they were digging it, no doubt about that song. I tell people all the time, you can't dig that tune, you got issues. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Anybody that cannot dance when Mujer Erotica comes on, I can't help you. You know what I'm saying?
You've got problems.
Exactly.
Absolutely. So, Corin, what have you been up to, my man? It's been a while since we've been together on the same platform. It's been
I
too
know,
long,
man. It's been a minute. It's been a minute, almost, man. I tell you what, it's just just with family and my job, because my day job I work for Delta Airlines, and so therefore, that's really picked up, and people starting to travel again, and and then my side work with me DJing is starting to pick up as well. And so, I mean, and whatnot. So things are getting somewhat back to normal, but, things are going well. And then with family, my wife and my son, we've been doing a lot of things together. So, as a family, like going on like hiking trips, stuff with as a family, camping, all that good stuff and whatnot. So things have been going very well in that aspect. So life is pretty busy. And then my son in 3 weeks starts school. So we're trying to spend as much time as we can with them before he hits back to the books.
best way indeed. I'm so good to see you. You're looking well to start with.
Oh man, thank you, brother.
I'm glad glad that you've joined us this evening, because you're going to be playing most of the music. So I'm going to pass that all on to you, because you play the finest.
All right, I got
finest. Okay, so fire away with Tito. Whatever you got to fire away with Tito. The
Let me
platform
tell
is
you
yours.
something, y'all. To everybody that's out there tuned in around the world and whatnot, have you? I am still amazed that Tito. Now you and I have known each other since 2010. Last time we saw each other was 2016 in LA.
Yeah, right.
And
yeah, at the LA Salsa Congress, right?
yeah, that was the last time we saw each other and whatnot. And then
Yeah.
I'm still amazed to this. The last time we were all together with Tony Sasa King Gonzalez, and when Minis was there, and Muzu and whatnot. I mean, I'm still amazed to this day that you did not want to make this album. You did not want to make this album. I'm just that's why you call it Curious for a reason. And
yeah.
I'm just, to this day, I just can't still get over my mind how you did not want to make this album. Every song on that track is just pure fire. I mean, y'all have to remember, for everybody out there, this was Jose Alberto El Canario's first album he ever made, coming out before he went to Típica 73 and before he went on a solo career.
Yeah.
So, Tito, I'm still amazed to this day you still did not want to make this album, man.
I mean, he wasn't even called El Canario back then.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about
he just
that.
Jose Alberto, yeah. The more I think about it, since we've had this conversation, and by the way, I've been getting absolutely pounded relentlessly because I made that comment about that album.
Yeah.
I think that because my father had just passed away in 1974, I was dealing with all that. And I think that's probably one of the major reasons I wasn't ready to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not that I'm reflecting back on it, Um, there wasn't any motivation there because I was going through a whole life change.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, so I think we can probably blame it on that.
Yeah, that's understandable, and and that's honorable. I mean, you can't. I mean, there's not
Right.
much more you can say about that.
I
And
know,
everything.
but if you really look back on that album and you look who was involved in making that album, it's not a surprise that it's a classic because there was top notch musicians and top notch writers and singers on it, and so if I would have predicted that it would have been accepted the way it has all this time, I'd be lying to you and say that I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, hey, man. I mean, either way, all I got to say is when after we were together, and I was on the hunt for that album, and Tony Sasa King Gonzalez helped me out to find one that was cheaper,
Oh
less
yeah.
of a price tag. I mean, because I found one I went on eBay, and I went on that and saw one for like $95, and then Tony wrote me like a week later and saw from another buyer that was
Really?
like $60 less. I'm like, as soon as that happened, I jumped on that thing right away because I know that was going like crazy because you had like 4 or 5 other people eyeing that album.
Well, it's funny because Eclipse is been out of print for so many years too, and I
Yeah.
think it's going for like $108 on Amazon or something. It's
Oh my gosh.
something insane. So a used one that somebody owned, and and now that you mentioned DJ Minis, I want to shout out to DJ Minis. I know
Yes. DJ
she
Minis
worked.
and
Yeah,
yep, DJ Minis in the house and joining us this fine evening, tuning in. Her and Renata, of course,
yeah, and
tuning
Renata.
in
Hey,
as well
Renata.
and whatnot. So, but also, I just want to let everybody know that since this time of the pandemic, me and Tito have been in contact with each other periodically, and and I can tell you when he brings out his latest production, which you guys touched on earlier, and whatnot, you guys, I was very honored and blessed and privileged to him giving me a phone call to review what he has got cooking, what he's been cooking, for the
Yeah,
last little bit. And now that things are starting to, get back into full swing a little bit, and whatnot have you. The stuff that Tito has coming up that's going to be putting out outside of the 2 albums being put on vinyl with Transición and Eclipse, what his latest stuff that he's got coming on, I'm going to tell y'all right now, it is pure fire. And just like people that can't dance to Mujer Erotica, if y'all can't dance to what he's got putting out, I can't help you, and you got issues. I cannot help you if you cannot move because
you're gonna
what
need therapy.
indeed,
Yeah.
because what he previewed to me when I listened to, and I mean, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I was working. And
Oh,
I
you
was had to
were?
go to another corner, and people were looking at me. I was just dancing and whatnot, have to what he was putting on the phone because they're thinking I was, something was wrong with me. I'm like, you guys know everything is fine. I'm chatting with the living legend and his son. So therefore, he's previewing what he's got cooking, what's coming out. So this is an honor for me
I'm
to,
living. I don't know if I'm a legend, but I'm living.
hey, bruh, let me tell you. I mean, as long as you've been out and you still with us and whatnot, have you? I mean,
You are a legend.
Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, just the fact that about it is, Tito. I mean, you're still with us, and we're blessed that you are with us and still and whatnot have you and doing what you're doing your thing,
All
and
right.
just honored and privileged and whatnot have you. I mean, that goes without saying. But I've just
It does.
it just to have that happen. More it's like bragging rights, so much to say, not really. But the thing is just that I'm just when that happened, you guys, I was like, oh my god, I was floored, and and just. I just said, man, because you already know me and Amos and also Nisha gonna be the first 3 that gonna be hitting you up for those copies when that new stuff comes
Oh yeah,
out. You
yeah,
know
yeah,
that,
yeah.
so
Yeah, I'm gonna. I have a list, and all the you guys and the DJs will get complimentary copies of the new stuff that I put out. Because without you guys, I mean, how else am I going to get out there, right? So, but I'll make sure
Definitely.
that I hook you guys up.
Oh, definitely appreciate that, man. Like I say, for me and Amos and Nisha and any of the DJs around the world, the positions that we're in,
Yeah,
the positions that we're in, like I say, we're gonna make sure that this music stays alive and educate these people around the world, and to let everybody know what's out there.
yeah,
Absolutely. Not only educate the people out there, but educate us as well. Because when
Definitely.
you create your albums, your compilation, certainly I do, and I'm sure Colwyn and Paul and Salsa Jim and all these other amazing DJs, even DJ Minis, they listen to it with the intention of knowing the music and how it's created, how it's been written, how it's been put together and arranged. I'm quite, I try to isolate instruments and try to find out what instruments are playing on this song. And for me, it's a guessing game. I'm trying to work out what's going on because sometimes so much is happening on that just one part of the track, and how you create and coordinate all the musicians to create that production. Wow, it's mind blowing.
It's really struck me. It's fancied me that being on shows like yours and the others, the interest that you do have in and just you're not just spinning a record. You're doing the research on it, and that means a lot to an artist that you would delve into the history and the approach to it, and to be curious about the history of this music. This music is an enormous amount of history. um, I'm learning every day things from it, and so I really appreciate that you try to do the fact finding about our music, because it's probably one of the most sophisticated musics on the planet.
It is. It is. I was speaking to a musician not so long ago, and he said that his words were, "quote Salsa music is the only music where there is no electronic music involved in the live performance of the music, and only instruments are used. Therefore, the music is phenomenally different and it's unique. And when the sound comes out from the big boxes, it's real time sound."
Yeah, I mean, the art of using real instruments is pretty much, gone by the wayside for whatever reason. But one of the things with Latin music is you have real musicians playing, performing live. And I would say that the other genre of music that's probably equivalent is country music. Country music too, you have, and then the rock and roll bands. But I'm just saying, they're true musicians, and we're lucky that all the orchestras that are involved in Latin music have studied music and are keeping it going, because that's one of the things is we don't want to be replaced by a drum machine. We don't want to be replaced by a synthesizer. It's not the same.
Definitely, no doubt about that. I mean, the way that y'all bring out your musicianship and in the songs and whatnot, what have you, man. To have y'all be replaced by a drum machine would be blasphemy. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just mind-boggling that in the technical age that we live in, some people want to go to that route, but man, it just nothing beats just musicians just out there doing their thing, man. And I mean, y'all, and especially you, Tito, I've seen how you and Sammy and the rest of the boys in the band just work, man. And I mean, I'm just amazed every time that I see like you or anyone else that I've known in this industry for a long time, and just
Yeah.
what they do is
Yeah.
just amazing.
And that LA salsa thing was, I got no sleep that night. No, we left at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't sleep the entire day. Right, did the performance, and then I had 2 hours to pack to go back to the airport. And when I got on the plane, I didn't wake up until we landed in New York. But you know, the life of a musician.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe
Brutal.
that, man.
Brutal.
Yes, indeed. But I'm just, you guys. It's a blessing that Tito, being here with y'all. And almost thank you for the invite, Nisha as well. I'd like to have came on earlier, but I was with my family, so therefore, I had to wait till they were settled until I was able to get on. But I'm here nonetheless,
Right.
and
Awesome.
and the
Nice,
first two
well,
songs I do. Go ahead, Amos.
It's a blessing to have you here, my brother. Thank you.
Hey man, appreciate
Let's
you
have
guys.
some music. Let's kick
That-
some bass.
Definitely, no doubt about it. I'm gonna play two songs to get things going. The first one I'm gonna play, as Nisha pointed out, I got this yesterday in the mail. It's
Oh,
by
cool.
Jackie. It's by Jackie Cardoz y su orquesta mucho. Say mucho. They're from Panama, and let me tell you, I got this 45 from a eBay buyer in Florida. I paid like the 19 pounds for it there, Amos. So, but the full album of this is expensive.
I know. As soon as
Expensive.
I saw the name, I digged it up and checked, and I thought, damn, need to get a new mortgage.
I know. But I was able to get the 45,
Yes.
of it. So I mean, it costs way less.
Hey, changing the subject. Hey, Amos, did they ever find your car?
Oh yes, talking of cars. Okay, so no.
I saw it on
yes.
eBay.
I wondered about that too. Thanks, Tito.
I saw it on eBay.
No. They would not be able to flog that on eBay. It's got a unique number plate on it, DJ Amos.
But they found it. They found it.
No. It's now 4 weeks, and apparently they are investigating me as to why the car has gone missing. So there we are. Can you believe it?
Gosh.
So yeah, I've had to submit loads of documents to the investigating team at the insurance company, and I've got one more document to submit from Mercedes. Their service history. I have full service. It's 1.5 years old, almost.
So you're saying that we're going to be doing Saturday Night Live from jail?
Yes. Look. I already packed my turntable. Oh. No.
DJ Amos is working very hard now. So he's like, forget the insurance company, forget everyone. I'm just going to buy a new car.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, that would be a cheaper option.
Yeah.
MI6. Even the Buckingham Palace invite doesn't get away. Anyway.
Yep. But
Yeah, so
I got you there, Amos, man. Yeah.
yeah. So shame really, but there are people out there who I guess needed something more than I did. So bless them.
I've had a car stolen. It's a horrible feeling.
Oh yeah.
The sad thing is they came in my house and took the key, and I was sleeping.
Oh,
So
that's,
yes,
that's
man.
even worse.
That's even
you know.
worse.
So
Oh, man.
what can I say? I was upstairs in bed. My daughter was in bed, and thank God that they didn't come upstairs with weapons or something like that, because somebody could have got injured. And on that note, let's have some music.
You got it. Let's kick this bass here. Once again, this is Jackie Cardoz y su orquesta Sé Mucho. This is a tune titled Son Echo. Right after that, I'm going to play a little bit of something by our guest here, Tito Rodriguez Jr. off of the Curious album. And y'all know what song I want to play, so I'm going to leave that to y'all to guess. But right now, let's kick this bass.
Se oye una voz en su cantar, sabe el eco, la demora. tradición seguía y un sonero que escuchaba lo que ese canto decía y exclamó yeco yeco, son canto no es bobería. Se oye una voz en su cantar, exclama el eco que ha de morar. Se oye una voz en su cantar, exclama el eco que ha de morar. Se oye una voz que en su canto lamento triste decía. Y en el eco ya se oía un torrente y alegría. Y a lo lejos se escuchaba que la brisa el eco ya llegaba. Camina, cosa buena. Pele, pele, bonco, tumba y quinto me llama. La tradición perdurará y eso es con seguridad. Son eco ya de tambor y escucha bien el bongo. Andan bongo bongo y el gallo mira soy yo.
Damn, what a great track.
Yes, 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 man. Like I tell you, it was one of those tracks that I think DJ Nilsson Diaz over there in Toronto, Canada, played,
Yes.
and that's how I discovered it, was through him and whatnot, have
They're
you.
from Panama.
Yeah, they're from Panama, yeah. Jackie Carlos y su orquesta hace mucho, yeah. From Panama.
I'm just quickly checking on
I mean, it's-
Discogs to see what the price is. $800 pounds.
Yeah. Just for the full album. I looked at that, I'm
For the
like,
album, the full
man.
album. And £5 for shipping.
Yeah. Indeed,
and it's just
definitely.
a very good condition. And there's one in
Oh, yeah,
Italy for
definitely.
1,000 euros. So there we are. Wow.
Definitely. And I'm glad when I saw the
1,000
45 of that,
euros.
you know.
1,000 euros.
Was that Tito?
Yes.
1,000 euros.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, when I saw
I'm gonna
that,
step up my game, man.
I'll just share the link there just for this. Absolutely.
Let's go.
okay, got you.
Nisha,
Before I go there, Nisha, I just want to
No,
give a
no,
few
let
shout outs to
me-
some people tuned in. You know, we got Yvonne that's tuned in over there. We got DJ La Diosa over there in Russia who's tuned in. Muchísimas gracias, mami, por sintonizar con nosotros en este programa de hoy. And also, we got Kara Clark over there in Portland, in the Oregon area, tuned in. Muchísimas gracias, mami. También Lisa La Rumbera, La Andaluza over there in Germany, originally from Spain. Muchísimas gracias, mami, por sintonizar con nosotros en este programa de hoy. La Andaluza over there in Germany, originally from Spain. Muchísimas gracias, mami, por sintonizar con nosotros en este programa de also Carlos Lopez is tuned in as well. Anja McBrien, originally from Spain. Muchísimas gracias, and a lot of other people as well is tuned in as well. So thank you so much. Carlos Lopez is tuned in as well. Anja McBrien. But let's
Yeah, that
continue
goes
on
down.
with this music. A little bit of the first song I ever heard by Tito Rodriguez Jr., who I fell in love with. And this is off of the Curious album featuring Jose Alberto, who is known as El Canario now, and whatnot.
Yeah.
This is Oye Mi Son. Let's go, y'all.
Oye mi bombón, oye mi son de ayer, oye mi son bombón, oye mi son de ayer.
Mi son que nació en La Habana, en el coro de Don Cajón. Mi son de sangre cubana, con sabor a callejón.
Oye mi son bombón, oye mi son de ayer, oye mi son bombón, oye mi son de ayer.
Mi son tiene aroma y flores, mi son de musa y sudor. Mi son te habla de alegría, de tristeza y de dolor.
Oye mi son bombón, oye mi son de ayer, oye mi son bombón, oye mi son de ayer. Oye mi son bombón, oye mi son bombón,
A la bandera rumba buena la traigo yo. Bongo, 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 bongo.
oye mi son bombón,
La rumba se repica bien en el bongo.
oye mi son bombón.
Bongo cero y repica tu bongo. Eso es música.
Oye mi son,
Mi son,
oye mi son,
con sabor a callejón.
oye mi son,
Pero que tiene salsa,
oye mi son,
nueva generación,
oye mi son,
un nuevo poder.
oye mi son,
Yo ya voy tumbando.
oye mi son,
Ay, oye mi son.
oye mi son. Oye mi son bombón, oye mi son bombón, oye mi son bombón,
Bongo, 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 bongo.
oye mi son bombón,
A la rumba, la rumba, la rumba, la rumba, la rumba, la
oye
rumba.
mi son bombón,
Tambo, 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 tambo.
oye mi son bombón,
Como repica el bongo cero, repica mi tambor.
oye mi son bombón.
Now that's
So.
amazing, amazing. The room is on fire. What a great track.
So.
Hey, so definitely. That was a great track there, Colin. Thank you very much. Nisha, come on. Let's have some words from you.
I have a question. I love this track. And post the track, I have a question now for DJ Colin as to which is your favorite album, Tito Rodriguez's favorite album, which is yours, and which is your favorite, his favorite track, and why?
Oh boy,
For
our friendship depends on this answer for me. You better be real
Damn.
careful, brother.
Boy, I
That's a
tell you,
weeper.
Nisha, that's
I
a
would take-
that's a
I would-
boy. I'm
I would
treading
take-
lightly with that question.
I would, if I were you, I would take the fifth on that one. I'm only kidding.
Nisha, to answer that question, obviously, Tito Rodriguez, of course, with Junior as, to our guest of honor first. To be honest with, every track, but, every track by Tito with Junior is gold and whatnot, what have you. But if I had to choose one, that would be the first track I fell in love with as my favorite by, Junior, because that was my first introduction to him when I started listening to this music in 1995. And so therefore, I mean, when I heard that song and just the arrangements and everything like that, it was just awesome. With Junior and whatnot, what have you. But when Eclipse came out, oh my gosh, when Zoom Zoom Baba came out, when Sammy did that, oh, that was a game changer. That was a game changer right there for everybody, because everybody in the dog started using that song in their routines, and DJs just played it all over the world. But hardly anybody played the track that I played.
Yeah.
They hardly played that at all until
the hit song on that album was Solo Criollo.
definitely Tito,
was-
and I mean, so
that was the hit
Nisha,
song. That was a hit song on Curious.
Yeah.
But Oye Mi Song, Ruben Blades wrote that song.
yeah. That's awesome that Ruben, and Ruben Blades, as we all know, is a talented songwriter
Yeah.
and singer in his
yeah.
own right and whatnot, have you. And
He-
that's a
and
dude
he-
that went to Harvard Law School and almost became
Yeah.
president of Panama.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a very very good lyricist and very very powerful, and the way he shows the emotion and the story behind each one of the track is just amazing. It's very well written.
Definitely, indeed. But Nisha, just to answer your question, that track right there does it for me every time. And I mean, that is my favorite track, because, like I say, that's what attracted me to Tito and his music. And that's just because me, as Amos can tell you, and as Tito can tell you also, I'm like a geek when it comes to this music. I'm searching out all the stuff, and I'm searching out how I want to know how it kicked. I want to know the feeling when writing that song, and how the arrangements and everything. I want to know, just like Tony Salsa King Gonzalez. I'm the same way like him. I want to dive into when it came out, how it was made, the feeling, the reasoning behind all that as well. Because for me, being in a position that myself, as well as you are, Nisha, as well as Amos, we're educating our public of what's out there in this music. If you don't, and dancers don't know what they're listening to, they're not going to know why it was made. And so therefore, I mean, that song right there, if I play at regular speed, it's slow. I had to speed it up because we'd get booted out if we didn't. And so therefore, even regardless, that song just, it does it for me every time and whatnot, what have you. But as far as another question that you asked, especially, and this is a question about Tito, about his father, concerning to his father. At that right there, oh my gosh, I couldn't, it's so much that man that brought out in the years he was alive.
It's too many.
It's just too many.
It's something like, I lost count, but there's like 800 songs on iTunes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so, and I get the question, like, oh, what was your dad's favorite song?
Yeah.
I can't answer that question. That's too difficult.
and that's for me too as well. And I mean, like I say, it's just about your father. I mean, that man just had so much. But I would tell you the first song that I ever listened to when I started listening to this music in '95 was, El Oso, the pachanga version.
Yeah. Yeah.
El Oso, I can't remember the other part of that song, but that song was my first introduction to your father.
You got if you've got 78 vinyls from my dad, you're a collector.
No.
That's a lot of albums. That's a lot of albums.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. It is, and plus, this is one of the last that your dad made with Luis Ramirez right here.
Yeah, that is the last one. Yeah.
One of the last. Not only that one, but let me get the other one that he did not. That he had to fulfill that contract. I remember you telling the story about that, and what have you.
The Tito.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one right there is one of my one I have in my collection as well. But I mean, this one right here, Nisha.
Yeah, and that was he owed them an album before he switched labels, and so he didn't care about that album, and he just decided to do a lot of the conjunto years.
Yeah.
With that album instead of the big band. And that album was a major seller.
And by this way,
can you show that again? Can you show the cover again, please? Sorry.
Yeah, show the cover.
Show the cover because you are on the small screen. So yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a top album. That
was a major seller.
That's a killer. That album, absolutely awesome.
I mean, same thing.
Actually, I'm playing clave on that album.
Oh, for real?
For real?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice.
How old were you when you did that? How old were you?
9.
Dawn.
Yeah.
That's just awesome.
That's awesome.
They threw the clave in my hand and put me on a microphone and said, "Go."
Definitely. But off this album, but the Tito one, I mean, of course you have Cachao on it, who I was honored and privileged to see here in Salt Lake City when he was still living in concert with Cachao. I mean, especially the original version of Zun Zun Babae, and with La Toalla as well.
Here's a little history that you're probably not even aware of. So, out of all the albums, except the Conjunto years, when he had the big band, he actually only recorded one album with his actual band, and that was Tito #1. All the other albums were studio musicians. They were not officially in his orchestra.
No, didn't know that.
So Tito #1 is the only album that he recorded with his actual band.
No, I didn't. That's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's good information.
And then after that album, he broke up the band.
Wow. Yeah,
man,
that's some knowledge there. That's some information there.
And he broke up the band after he went to Venezuela. They have the carnivals there, and the band won all of the carnivals, and he broke the band up in baggage. When they went to go get the baggage, he got them all together and told them, "We're done. It's over.
Oh my gosh.
No more orchestra."
That's crazy. But that's awesome information and knowledge to share. Thanks for sharing that with us, Tito, and everything like that.
Sure,
but I want to continue, and this is an artist. This is an artist that you, Tito, have had the honor, and you know very well that you played alongside in one of my faves, Don Perignon.
Yeah, sure.
And this is
Great
the
band.
next. Go ahead.
No, it's a great band. Great band.
Oh, that band, oh my gosh. That band swings for days, outside of yours as well. But like I say, that band swings for days.
We actually did the Houston Salsa Congress one year. He played Saturday night and I played Sunday night. Yeah.
See, I missed that year that you two were there. I missed that year. I wasn't able to come.
That
That
was
year.
awesome. It was great. It was great.
Yeah, but I missed that year, man. But like I say, but I was glad to be able to make up after that and see you guys shortly after. So, whatnot. But I'm going to play off of this album. This is by David Rosado from Atlanta that he put on vinyl. This is his 20th Aniversario album.
Yeah.
And I'm going to play an instrumental for you all. One of the first, let me tell you, the first song by this man that introduced me to Don Perignon and his music, that I saw Maria and Eddie Torres dance at the LA Salsa Congress in 2004 too. It's called Invitación. It's an instrumental, and it's just, so lovely and whatnot. But before, I want to give a shout out to DJ Minis once again, to Gerard O'Reilly over there in Ireland, and to Bob Groucher, and many others over there who have tuned in to this special
DJ
program.
La Diosa's on, right?
Yes, La Diosa's on too over there in Russia, and whatnot, what have you. So much love to you guys.
I've just sent her a message. Come and join us. That would be so cool. That would be so cool.
Minis. Yeah,
and Minis
definitely.
as
It'll be
well.
awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, let me kick this bass, y'all.
Corbin Jackson busting a few moves there. Wow.
Go ahead, son. Yeah, that's fine. My son just came into the room. But right there, ladies and gentlemen, that's by Don Perignon y la Puertorriqueña, and a tune titled Invitación. You want to say hi, son?
Hello,
Yo, yo,
young
yo.
man.
Hey,
How's it going?
Say, hey,
How's
you
it
guys say
going?
how
How
you
was your
doing?
day?
It's going really good. How's
Oh,
yours?
cool. Yeah, all cool. Better for seeing you guys.
You guys seem like cool people.
Oh, thank
you
you.
think? You
He,
think?
he's the coolest guy. This is the coolest guy in the room.
I know, man. Like I said, my son just to overtake every dang thing, like I say. But, he'll be 10 in September. He's going on 10 going on 16.
So, what can I ask? What date?
What day's your birthday, son?
September 20th.
Ah, okay. Because my Daniel will be 11 on the 3rd of September.
Yeah, his son will be
Yes.
Wow.
in September, baby, too. So.
DJ Amos, and my birthday is also on 3rd of September.
Oh yes. double
Definitely,
party.
indeed.
Indeed.
Definitely
Triple
indeed.
party. Definitely.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that, no doubt. But yeah, like I say, that song right there, like I say, when I'm done, I pass this on to him because he'll have all this knowledge. He'll pass me
Yes.
when it comes to his time to spin. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
He'll pass
for
me.
sure. For
Definitely.
sure. For sure.
That's
You definitely
that's
need
what
to
I
train.
want.
Yes,
Oh,
definitely
no doubt
training from a young age.
Oh yeah, he has
For
ever
sure.
since he's been in his mother's womb. He's been dancing,
Wow.
Amazing.
and listening to this music. But anyhow.
Awesome.
But that was by Don Perignon, La Puertorriqueña, y'all. If you have not picked that copy up, digital-wise or hard copy, I highly recommend you do so when you can. When you can. But right about now, I'm going to go over to the maestro, Tito Rodriguez Sr., play a little bit of cha-cha in the version off of the Tito 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 album titled Donde Estabas Tú. Let's roll, y'all.
¿Dónde estabas tú? ¿Dónde estabas tú? ¿Dónde estabas tú? ¿Dónde tú estabas, José Inés? Que ayer fui a buscarte, no te hallé. Te llevaste los cueros, el quinto y el tres, y por tu culpa suspendimos el bembé. ¿Dónde estabas tú? ¿Dónde estabas tú? ¿Dónde estabas tú? ¿Dónde tú estabas, José Inés? Que ayer fui a buscarte en casa de Merced, a casa de Lola, Jacinto y Esther, a casa de Gillo, de Tomasa y Andrés. ¿Dónde estabas tú? Con Peruchín Cepeda me fui pa'l bembé. ¿Dónde estabas tú? Me quitaste la llave afuera, me quedé.
Eso. As you can hear my son
Eso,
clapping in the
indeed.
background for that, y'all. A little bit of Donde
Absolutely
Estabas
awesome.
Tú by the maestro
Great,
Tito
great track.
Rodriguez.
Great track.
Yeah, that's
Indeed.
great. That's a smoky track.
That was amazing, son, yeah? Oh, yes, it was amazing.
Indeed,
Oh, my
indeed.
gosh.
Just a few shout outs to everybody, to Rumbera Andalusia, to the beautiful, lovely Yeva Minis, DJ all the way in Lithuania, to Anya
Yeah.
for sharing and caring, to Carlos Lopez for all your amazing, crazy quotes, to Susana Farago for dancing away with Bob Croucher, and everybody else in the house. This room is just like firing away. And there's a guy called Colin Paul Jackson in the room as well, typing away there as well. Absolutely amazing. We've got a couple of requests coming in from a guy in Poland. His name is Radek Jaroshik, and he's a dance teacher, a choreographer, an amazing choreographer, and he runs an amazing salsa scene in Wrocław and also in Częstochowa. I've worked with him on a number of occasions, and he wanted me to play a track for him, which I will do shortly. But we have like half an hour left, so let's get some more questions in for Tito. Nisha,
I had just thought of one and I forgot.
happens.
That's all good.
Okay, next.
Nisha, the question I have for you is, what's the situation going on in India? How's things going over in
Yeah,
Mumbai?
that's
I
great.
see that. Are you starting to do? I see things are starting to slowly open up, or what? How things are going over there?
What I'm hearing is that the Delta version is in and around, but post 4 p.m. things are closed. People are partying till 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but there are no socials, no dance socials at all. There are dance schools which are open, so there is some dancing happening. There are house parties, so people are dancing at homes, but nothing outside. So yeah,
Wow, that's tragic, right? Well,
yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
and I think in the UK,
I remembered my question.
yes,
Too late.
far away.
Too late. Too late.
You're fired.
Go ahead.
Right, you've been promoted there.
I'm only
Vaya.
Now go for it, Nisha.
More than a question, it's a statement as well. If all the amazing DJs wouldn't have been playing, I've mentioned this once before also, I remember, that if they wouldn't have been playing music like this on a regular basis on Facebook, on other platforms, we wouldn't have been probably, we would have not connected with such a lot of music, yeah. So I would like Tito Rodriguez, your words on this, and if you have any suggestions for the DJs, or you have a few words for them.
What, to how to learn about the music, to connect to the music?
No, generally, what is your take on all the DJs playing music on Facebook on a regular basis? I mean, how do you like it?
I think it's great. I'm not crazy about you slowing down or speeding up the track. I don't think it. I know why you do it, and I knew something was going to happen when I received. All of us as artists received a notice from Facebook saying that they were going to have to pay royalties on songs played, and I immediately, because I know how this industry works, I knew, well, how is this going to work? And so they started knocking people off their broadcasts, and they're forcing DJs to play music faster or slower. And look, we appreciate you doing that, but I don't think it does the music justice. It, some of the stuff, it sounds like Minnie Mouse is singing, and so I'm kind of against it, on Facebook. But I am totally grateful for the support all of you are doing, and and I have to give you a handshake or an applause because you could have easily have said, well, we're not gonna speed up those songs, we're not gonna play them, but you're still playing it, which is better than nothing. Okay, but it really does annoy me to hear my tunes at a different speed. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely, no doubt
I
about that.
I appreciate it, but I don't. You know, a lot of work went into recording those albums or those songs to get it right, to get the sound right, to get the tempo right, to get everything about it right. And because one major platform decides, hey, we're just going to cut you off when you play, I think is really not a good thing.
I was thinking. I mean, DJ Minis has just said something that she would rather pay the royalties. I think if Facebook, for example, as a platform, uh, introduce a program where so legit DJs with legit music who subscribe, like we can subscribe to iTunes and we can subscribe to other music platforms to get the music.
Yeah,
I certainly would be one of those DJs who would do that. If
Oh, same,
Facebook said,
same.
if Facebook is saying, right, if you want to play the music, you have to provide your name, your address, your contact details, and the membership fee is £10, $10 a month, right? There's been hundreds and thousands of DJs around the world who use Facebook platform to play the
yeah.
music. Yeah.
Uh,
On that
you know,
note, I think
so what is it? So I'm assuming that it is an algorithm that picks it up, right? Is that
Yeah,
yes,
that is.
yes,
Yeah. Hmm.
okay?
yes.
So um, uh, I knew this was going to happen. I knew that, and because it took them quite a while. I think they had fought it for quite a while, and then when the judgment came down, it was, hey, you artists are entitled to something. I knew something was going to go down with that. It's just the nature of this business, and it's not that I'm making tons of money because you play curious. I mean, it's literally cents on the dollar. But when you start multiplying it times all the artists that you're paying, then I can see from their point where it starts to add up. But um, it is what it is, right?
It is what it is. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I think these guys. Now I'm speaking on behalf of the DJs. I'm not sure if uh, Colin will agree or not. I think as myself, maybe Minis or any of the other DJs who are listening. Hello, Tony Salsa King Gonzalez. Good to see you with us this evening.
Tony, yeah,
Hope you're okay, my man. Um, just going back to what I was saying. When we play the music, if they introduce the scheme, I think most of the guys would pay up, which would give us uh, the privilege to play the music at the right speed, because that's what it's supposed to be heard at the right speed. There's no need to technically challenge the algorithms and all that stuff, because I've never done that whatsoever. If I get kicked off, I get kicked off. But
yeah,
I
yeah,
genuinely believe that the way I do things is there's a lot of conversation, and then we play the music for that person, the artist who we're talking to. And that was the way forward for me. And hence, this is why I do what I do with all you
yeah.
guys who I talk to.
And,
And I've
and
talked to so many artists and I've worked with so many DJs, and I'm still happy to pay royalties because it's not a big deal. $10, but we would get quality, and the
yeah,
artist would be happy, and
I
so on
don't
and
know
so on.
how that would work. With you guys, I don't know how you guys are set up to do that, and I appreciate that you would do that, but um, the whole thing is crazy. And I don't want to look, I don't want to come off like I'm negative about the industry because I love what I do. and I love this thing that we call music industry. But there's a lot of things that have to get straightened out, and it's not only with royalties on internet. It's songwriting, publishing. I mean, there's so many things that are going on with Congress, letters from major publishing companies like BMI and ASCAP that have submitted letters to get songwriters like myself and many others, a fair price. You know, we're tremendously underpaid, many, um, for the works that we do, and we're trying to elevate that. So it's all good in the scheme of things. It's all good, and I totally appreciate all that you do. Okay, I mean, you're not getting paid for it. Um, there's no payola involved, and that is so commendable that you're helping bring our music worldwide. I mean,
Oh, definitely. No, I
thank
mean,
you. No, really, thank you.
oh no, like I say, the pleasure is all ours there, Maestro. I mean, without you guys, man, we wouldn't be playing this music that we love to listen to and dance to. And with on the same notes with on the same page with Amos, I would pay that too as well. And I think a whole lot of DJs around here would do the same because, like I say, because we know how the music sounds when we listen to and we dance
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
And we know how that goes. You know what I'm saying? And so therefore, a lot of us would, and no doubt about that,
Which,
because
which is an interesting question. How many people do you think, when they listen to when you speed up a song or slow a song, are actually aware that you're doing that?
some are,
Some are,
But
quite a lot are.
some aren't.
do
Some are,
you
yeah.
think? Do you think so? No, really. Do you think so?
Yeah, I think so. Yes, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
so you're saying basically the, which is a good thing, that the people that follow your shows know the real deal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yes,
Okay.
but
Well,
If
that's
you
having
good.
said that, having said that,
Right.
there hasn't
Right.
been ever a time where any of the guys who I've worked with, like Tony, Cohen,
Yeah.
Eva,
Yeah.
that they've actually sped the music up because we have such a 3 hour broadcast in one hit with lots of conversation and drop the tracks in between. So that
Yeah.
kind of gives us that credibility to last that long. Whereas people who play music
Absolutely.
back to back with limited knowledge of music and they just want to play
Yeah.
music. I mean,
But
Tony, for example, or
but it's
Cohen, they talk
it's
about the music.
it's rather it's random though, because I have noticed on Facebook many people on a regular basis will play tunes at the normal speed and they don't get knocked off. So that's another problem. Okay, like why are they, you know, putting you guys in a position to knock you off, and other people are getting away with it, and that to me is really screwed up. Okay,
Oh, definitely.
no, it can't be. It can't be only this way or that way. It's got to be the norm. Like if you're gonna play something at normal speed, everybody gets knocked off.
Definitely. No doubt. I agree with you. Nisha, you saying something? You was gonna
uh,
say?
yes. So before the just before the lockdown was announced in India, it was I think March 2020 last year, March to May, 3 months. Almost every day I was playing music. I was taking requests and I was playing music on Facebook. I would start playing say around 9:30, 10 to sometimes 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m. also in the morning. And I would take, and I played all genres. I played ballroom, I played Latin, I played country, I played
Wow.
everything. And I was playing from iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, because I was taking requests and on the spot and playing. So I had to search for music
Uh
on the
huh.
spot. And because I was playing original music and on a daily basis and for so many hours, I learned a lot through experience at that time. That yes, as DJ Amos says, you cannot be playing the entire song. You have to cut the song in between. You have maybe you speak in between,
Right.
and but I would play all the original tracks, all and in fact better sounding music.
Yeah.
And I would sometimes get booted off in like 15, 20 minutes and I would come back. And in one night, I would have like 5, 6 videos. And you won't believe, like even today, I mean, after it's more than a year because March 2020, and now we are in July, August. It's been more than a year, and I still keep getting messages from Facebook that uh, you have your this video is muted and this video is released, and I don't know whether you DJs experience this, but I experience it even today on a daily basis. I keep getting messages because I have so many of those videos on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm registered. Well, a lot of us are. We're registered with a company that monitors all internet um, play. It's called Sound Exchange, and they monitor all digital internet websites, and we get paid. We get paid a royalty. Um, I don't know exactly how they're collecting it. I mean, because they're, I guess if it's a pretty big company that has a show on the internet or whatever, you know, they're paying in. So we are getting paid as art. I mean, if you're registered, and it's free to register the Sound Exchange. It doesn't cost anything, and they take a percentage, obviously. But it's a fabulous service, and I forget they started in the '90s, I believe. And even if you were to sign up today as an artist, your money is there. So artists need to know that even though if you're an established artist and you've never signed up for Sound Exchange and you want to get your royalties, it's retroactive. It's sitting in escrow. And I want to tell all the artists that if you haven't signed up, that you should. It's very easy to do. It's just a form on the internet, and you put down, all your information for the records that you have recorded, and you register with them, and they start to investigate, and they collect your money. So it's a really good uh, way to get money.
Definitely good info. Good info for everybody to know about. That's awesome. That's awesome.
And I'm not getting paid by Sound Exchange.
No. I don't.
No, don't think that I'm like, no, this is a legitimate company. They are based in Washington, D.C. You can go on the internet and just type up soundexchange.com and do the research yourself.
Yep, definitely. Amazing. Just want to give a few shout outs to some people who are tuned in currently. My baby over there in Portland, Oregon is Jennifer Ford, whose other half, Antonio Torres, is over there in Spain with DJ Mosquetero, who will be on tomorrow. Be on tomorrow as well. They're doing a set and whatnot. Hoping all is well with you over there, Jennifer. Love and miss you. Also, Tony Marie Barajas, who's tuned in. Susana, who's in as well. Ana, who's tuned in also. Thank you all so much. And our brother, DJ Tony Salsa King Gonzalez, is tuned
in the house.
Is in the house as well. He's around. He'd be on if he could, but he's out and about. So he's tuning in while he's out and about doing errands and whatnot, what have you.
Yeah, because I did send him a link as well to come in and say hello, because it's been a while. And yeah, he sent me a message to say thanks for the invite another time. Yeah, always. Definitely. We're always here. Always Definitely. Here. We've got 10 minutes left, I guess.
Okay.
So we can have a couple of tracks maybe.
You got it.
I've got one request, if that's okay, if I can play that one, and then
go for it.
We'll finish out with music from you. So this is a track for Radoslav Jaroszek in Poland, and he's mentioned 2 tracks actually. One was it's gone. The track name is gone. It'll come to me. Hang on. But I'll play this one. This is Jimmy Bosch and Pa Mantener Tradition. So I'm going to play that one, and I hope he enjoys it. And then we'll come back and play some Tito's music as well before we go.
You got it. And big ups to Captain Jill in the house as well. Good up to you, baby. And Roger McBrien as well.
Traigo mi guajira pa' mantener tradición. Traigo mi guajira pa' mantener tradición. Pa' mantener tradición. Pa' mantener tradición.
Chucho Valdés.
Few shout outs from me as well. Jill Anderson, thank you for tuning in. To DJ Minis, my brother Tony Salsa King Gonzalez. What a blessing this evening. We had some amazing people in the room. DJ Tuli Mar all the way from London. Micheal Gyapong. Miss Nisha Gomes all the way from India. Wow. Looking beautiful as ever. And my brother, Colin Paul Jackson. Colin Paul Jackson. So you were going to say something, that's why I said sorry.
You good? No,
And
you
of
fine.
course, and the very, very handsome, the man in the house with the yellow t-shirt, of course, Mr. Tito Rodriguez. It's been a lovely evening.
The lovely Nisha Gomes in the house, y'all.
En el solo de tres.
Thank you guys for all your support. It means a lot to us. We've been on now for 3 hours. 5 till 6 till 7 to 8. 30. 3.5 hours.
That's awesome. Also to my baby Tuli Mar over there in UK. And Micheal Gyapong, Ghana's finest of Norwich. Sorry, missed y'all. Hope to be catching y'all guys soon. Woo!
Shout out to Anna also in Poland. Sophie, I mentioned before. Thank you for tuning in. And to Fatima, who was here earlier on. I'm not sure if she's still in the room. To Tony, Marie Barajas in California. It just gets better. And to Bridget.
And to my brother in Boston, Massachusetts, John Maruskin, tuned in as well.
There we are. That was Jimmy Bosch with Pa Mantener Tradition. Great track indeed. Colin, all to you.
All right, my brother and our brothers and sister. We can't forget Nisha in the house as well. Our sister in them here as well. Now, this track I'm ready to play for y'all is off of the En Algo Nuevo album by Tito Rodriguez and Luis Ramirez. And it's titled Perico Perejil. Hope y'all enjoy that little bit of cha-cha for y'all more. For all my chacheros and chacheras out there, get them shoes up and get moving. Let's go. Eso, Perico Perejil. Off of the In an Algo album by Tito Rodriguez y Luis Ramirez. This is TLP album number 300. This album is labeled, by the way, and let you know how how many albums they made so far as whatnot have you. And I also got to thank my brother Tony Salsa King Gonzalez as well, because he's the one that alerted me on the price of this as well.
I told
Tony alerted me about this as well.
Wow, he's like your godfather, right?
Oh, he is the Salsa King. Salsa King for a reason.
For a reason, a good reason. Interesting message from Trin. She's saying, "Thank you, Tito Rodriguez Jr. for bringing up the fundamental problems of pitch control. I completely understand the problem for the artist, and that is in fact artistic violation to change the pitch. I hope this problem will be solved in good ways." Thank you. Nice comment. Love it. Thank
Yeah,
you very much for that, Trin.
thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now,
Absolutely,
so
Trine.
I'll just take this opportunity to say, starting with the lady in the house, to Nisha. Thank you so, so very much for being here tonight. You're absolutely a star. I know it's pretty late back in. What time is it in India now? About 3 in the morning or something crazy like
No,
that?
no, not yet. It's 1:05 a.m.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Wow. So it's pretty late. So thank you once again for your humble presence. It's always interesting, and you do a lot of research. You put a lot of work into uh, what you do best, and come up with some interesting questions, and really put the artist on the spot, and get the grill them properly. Before you know it, you'll be a professional, very very super professional interviewer, and I'm blessed to have you on the team with us all together.
Well,
And
all that was missing was a lie detector. That's all that was
oh, great.
missing. But no, great question. Great question.
Yes, yes, and two, of course, my brother Corwin. Thank you for jumping in and joining us. It's always a pleasure to have you join us. I can't say enough thanks to you. I'm always learning and always, going away with something new, from you or from Tony or from the rest of the COVID party guys as well, because they also put equally hard amount of work into what they do and generate interest in what they do for other people and also educate them as well. And I'm one of the students when I'm listening to the COVID party DJ. So thank you very much for your time, and also to your son as well for presenting himself in the room. Always a pleasure to see
Definitely.
him.
Definitely, definitely, man. That's thanks to you as well, almost for the invite, and and to Nisha as well, and to the maestro himself. I mean, Tito. I mean, without you, man, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing as DJs and music lovers and dancers alike, and enjoying your tunes and whatnot, what have you, and on this platform, and also to Yusu Amos as well, to you Muzu for all that you guys do as well over there in UK and around the world, and whatnot, and for giving me the opportunity to be here with you guys and just, share. We all are students and whatnot, what have you. And as long as we continue to be that, this love and this music will never die. And I just, it's just great to be with you guys. I just hoping the day comes that we all get to see each other face to face instead of
Amen.
here in cameras,
Amen to
because I'm
that.
looking forward to seeing you guys, man. I mean, because as more stuff getting lifted, I'm just like planning my trips and whatnot to see, to come out there to India, to come out to the UK, and plus to see Tito live whenever I may fly
Yeah,
out, because me having the flight benefits, I'm able to fly out to where he's at or where he comes out here, whatever,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
Absolutely awesome. Awesome.
and whatnot. So I mean, I just to that I'm honored to be here once again. It's been a minute in whatnot, and I just looking forward to doing more whenever possible and whatnot. But I want to point out the T-shirt that I'm wearing is called "The Roots of Salsa Must Not Be Forgotten." This is off of motionenvy.com that you can order it. My brother over there in Washington D.C., Mateo Johnson's the one that made this shirt.
It's a
Anja
cool
McBride
T-shirt.
pointed out to it earlier. So check that website out if you want to get your T-shirt of this nature.
Okay, Tito Rodriguez just come into the room. He says, hey everybody, happy Saturday. Corin, Amos, and all the guests. Awesome. Thank you for that, Vito.
Saludos,
Really good to
hermano, allá, Huito. Saludos, mi hermano. Allá en Florida. Un otro borinqueño.
Uh-huh.
Nisha.
It has been an absolutely beautiful evening here for me. Lots to learn. I have yet to learn, and I will want to learn. And in fact, I'm looking for another. I already have some more questions in my mind, but I'll keep them for the next time, dear Tito Rodriguez Jr.
Oh my God! No, that's all. No,
Oh,
you
yes.
know, I really feel kind of embarrassed because like this is like the third time that you guys have had me on the show, and I really appreciate it. I don't know if I deserve to be on, your show three
It,
times,
it
but
is
I know.
so.
but
It's so
no,
interesting. Interesting.
no, it is. It is. I really enjoy my time with you guys and Amos, and Nisha, and Cora. I just want to thank you and past DJs, DJ Meanies, and Muzu, and Tony, DJ Tony, who was on. It's always been fun, And I just hope that every time that I'm on, I can offer you a little bit more insight,
I think
and
the
that you
next one we're
don't
going to
get
do.
bored.
The next one we're going to do is it's going to be an all ladies interview with you. So there's going to be Nisha, we're going to get Yeva in there, and we're going to get Catherine in there, and Tuli Mar, and you're going to be in the middle, and we're going to be just
Yeah, great
watching you
idea.
getting grilled. That's a plan. Plan B. That's
Oh
part four.
yeah.
Watch this space. Watch this space for details.
And hopefully by then I'll have eclipse out, and we'll have a lot to talk about.
Absolutely, absolutely. I can't wait.
Definitely.
I can't wait. And Jill Anderson, you've got to be in that one. You can't say you're
Oh
shy.
yeah, Captain Jill
Yeah,
has
yeah.
to be.
You
Captain Jill
have
has to be in that.
It's an all girls evening. Sorry, Corvin, you were saying.
I was saying Captain Jill definitely has to be a part of that when y'all bring all the ladies forum next time when Tito comes on.
Absolutely. Yes.
So I have to get my wig ready for then the next one. If it's an all girls.
You want to borrow mine?
Yeah.
Sophie's saying that's a splendid idea to get all the girls to interview you. So that's brilliant. So, and Jennifer Ford, my dear, I hope
Yes.
you're well. Thank you for staying and tuning in and talking to us. And Antonio was on earlier on well. I give him my regards. I think he may have missed my message, but it's great to have you guys with us. And he says Antonio has some, you can borrow them. The wigs, that is. Unless you want to wear one of the Mexicana dress as well. You never know.
Oh Lord.
Oh,
No.
Lord.
Oh Lord, please don't.
But that's an option, I guess. What do you think, Jennifer? Tito,
No.
thank you.
No, my legs are too hairy to do that.
Yes.
Boys,
Not
jokes,
only, but Jennifer Ford, not only she should be on as well, but with Lisa La Rumba La Andalucia should be on as well with the all women's
Absolutely.
forum.
Well,
As well.
how many can you actually fit on here in these spots?
9. I can have 9 guests.
Okay, so 9.
Yes. And then what we can do is we can invite them in rotation. So as they drop out, others come and join in. So
Oh, okay.
there you are.
Because there's a whole
Tito,
bunch that's
that's it.
too. Because but there's a whole bunch that join you as well. Because over here in Florida, Rosa,
Yes.
Jason and them in Florida and all them as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
mean,
Of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely. She's just amazing. Rosa is just amazing.
oh, she is indeed.
Yeah, she's absolutely top. And Jennifer's saying, do it. So let's plan this and let's get it on the road. So when you release your album, we'll do it near the time then.
Yeah, that'll be
Part 4.
perfect. I'll be able to hold it up, and I'll be able to make lots of money.
And we can help you do that. No problem.
Oh, we'll help you do that. Like I said, you got Tito, you got 3 of us here on this screen, on this show that will help you get that out to the masses. And trust me, within minutes, seconds, and what have you, you're going to be having your emails going to be going off quite a bit.
The pre-orders have been amazing. I mean, I'm surprised at the amount of pre-orders.
I think all the
for Eclipse, yeah. And I think that once I'm physically holding it up, then it'll attract more people.
yeah,
Let's
to
just
no
see that
doubt.
create
it's
traction.
real. Yeah,
Yes.
they'll see that it's a real thing. But
Actually,
thanks a
talking
million
of,
for having me on.
Yes, a few words from you if you like, and then Corwin can finish off with a track, I guess.
Well,
All right.
I just want to thank Amos and Nisha and Corwin and all the past DJs that have been part of this whole interview process, and I've had a great time. And really, I want to thank my supporters of my music that have been following me since 1975. They're always there for me, and especially for supporting my father. I mean, that's just absolutely incredible that they follow his music after all these years. And I'm just, I'm very lucky.
Thank you very much for your kind words. Corwin, let's have your last track. Wishing
All
you
right.
all guys a very, very safe evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for tuning in and joining with us. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we'll catch you on the rebound on the next one. Till then, this is DJ Corwin with some music.
You got it. This is the last one I'm going to play. Is one of an artist that Tito knows very well, and an artist he has played alongside, and one of my favorites as well, Mr. Afinque, Willie Rosario, de Puerto Rico.
My uncle. That's my uncle.
Yes,
Really?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. A man that I have had much honor and admiration, 90 plus years of age, and that guy's still hitting that team ball like no other, and whatnot.
Yeah, amazing.
And most admiration for him and love for him as well, and got to hang out with him a few times and whatnot have you. But this is off of the El de a la Veinte a Willy. This is his 20th anniversary album, which came out in 1980. This is a tune titled El Flamboyant. It's featuring the vocals of Tony Vega, and also you hear the background vocals in there of Gilberto Santa Rosa as well in there. So let's roll.
Bajo un flamboyán florido con flores coralinas, te esperaba impaciente, muchachita divina. Al ver que tú no llegabas, el flamboyán lloraba, sus flores eran sangre que al suelo derramaba. Testigo de nuestras citas de amor, ella tiene otro cariño, perdí su amor. En
Yes, 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 y'all. That's how we end this fine evening right there with that song, E Flamboyant, by Willie, Mr. Afinque himself, Willie Rosario. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's been my honor and privilege and pleasure to be here with my brother DJ Amos, my sister Nisha Gomes, and el maestro de los maestros aquí en la casa con nosotros, Tito Rodriguez Jr. Hope everybody is safe, everybody is sound, taking care of one another, loving one another, being kind to one another as well. And I look forward to being on this program here once again, or on a Facebook stream soon to you guys, because it's been a while since I've been on. And by the way, I'll be on with my brother DJ Mambo Soul from Washington DC next Thursday on his program next Thursday on August the 5th. So that's when you'll see me on here next. And it's been a pleasure being with y'all. Love you guys to death, and hope to see y'all soon.